guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you my pantry update for week 3 and freezer. What am I giving you? This is my 3rd week of my freezer and pantry challenge. It's late here. It's been kind of loud, so I had to wait till the babies were in bed, and now it's late, and now I'm tired, but I can talk, I promise. I filmed a grocery haul a couple days ago, so first let me show you what I bought there. I actually did a pickup order from Sam's Club, and I think this is gonna be our food for the next 2 weeks, so this will finish it off, except maybe 2 little things I feel like I may have to buy, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Okay, so let me start off with my vegetables. We ate through all our vegetables in the freezer except the riced cauliflower and riced broccoli, which we'll keep eating through the next couple weeks. So we needed vegetables. I got a bag of green beans. They were a lot cheaper frozen than the fresh. And then I thought I got 3 fresh bags of broccoli, but they gave me 3 frozen bags, so I didn't read too close on the email. Could be they switched it out, could be I ordered the wrong thing, but I did get the cheapest, I know that, whichever it was. So I thought the fresh ones were cheaper per pound. But anyway, that's what I ended up with. It doesn't matter too much to me, as long as it's the cheapest one, that is. And then I got 3 bags of Brussels sprouts. So this is our vegetables basically for the next 3 weeks with dinners, and then a lot of salad stuff that we'll eat as well, and carrots. I got the baby carrots. Eli begged me, can you please get those little ones again? And then we still do have some spaghetti squash left too, and I have 1 meal's worth of some mixed vegetables still in the freezer. So hopefully that'll stretch and be enough vegetables for us for the rest of the month, but we'll see. Then we've been going through a lot of mayonnaise, and I needed mayonnaise, so I thought I'd check and just see what it's like. We got like the restaurant size, food service size of mayonnaise. So we'll see if this is any good. But we do go through it fast. We go through the regular size mayonnaise like 2 to 3 a month. So, because we cook with it too. Anyway, we're gonna try that out, see how it goes. And then I got some creamy peanut butter. This is supposed to be natural, but it's no stir. So I know there's other stuff in there, but it's just what I needed to get through the month, and I didn't want to go to another store just for natural peanut butter, real natural peanut butter. Got some more ketchup because we're out of that, or almost. And then honey. I need to keep honey around in order to make granola and to make bread. So that's why I picked up that. Here's some tomatoes. I guess that goes with the salad stuff over there. And then I got 10 milks. So one thing I think I might have to get at a local grocery store is some more lactose-free or goat's milk for Hope. Okay, we got 1 block of cheese. We have mozzarella left, but this will really help a lot. And then we haven't had butter all week except the butter we've been making. So this is going to help me make some bread machine bread and do a couple other things that I need to do with butter. And then this yogurt helps me make yogurt, and also we cook with that a lot. 3 bags, they're 5-pound bags of apples, and 1 8-pound bag of oranges, and then I got, I think, 10 bundles of bananas. We have been going through a ton of bananas. And then finally, Solo reminded me at the last minute that Noelle's birthday is at the end of the month, so she picked Lucky Charms for breakfast. Those I gotta tuck away somewhere, because otherwise I will be asked about them every single morning till her breakfast. And then she picked pizza rolls for lunch, and we usually let them do 1 restaurant, and she told me that's gonna be McDonald's or Burger King. So easy enough. There was 1 more thing on this order that will come by mail, and that is, it comes like a week late. And so that's whole wheat flour. Usually Sam's Club doesn't have whole wheat flour, but I guess I never have checked online maybe, and they had 6 4-pound bags for $21. So I went and compared that to Walmart's bag of whole wheat flour that I usually buy, and per pound, it is a little cheaper to buy it this way at Sam's Club. So I did order 1 of those, and I have enough to make like 2 maybe more loaves before that, and I may need more like 4. So I may have to pick up a little flour with that milk for Hope at the grocery store, but it shouldn't be much. Just 1 bag would get me through until I get my mail order. So one thing I'm hoping to do this spring is to start ordering from a co-op for some of those grains, just to get large amounts at once, like Azure. I'm already signed up for them. I'm not sure how you say it. I just haven't done it yet. It's a place that you go once a month to a local pickup spot, and you pick up everything you ordered. So you have to be around that day at that time to get it. And yeah, I just haven't had the mental energy to put into all of that quite yet, but I do plan to start that this spring, and I think it'll help. I could order my oats there, whole wheat flour, maybe white flour, and just all that kind of stuff. I spent almost exactly $200, and before I had spent $300. So if I don't shop much more, it's about $500 total. And my grocery budget for the month is $13. So that means I saved about $800 if I don't have to shop again. So check back in next week and see if we really could get away with just this and don't have to shop too much more. Next week, I'll let you know for sure my total savings and what we plan to do with our savings. Okay, and next I'm going to show you what's left in my freezers and fridge and pantry. Okay, here is my fridge tour for the week. It does not look much different, except I just added the groceries already. And then there's leftovers down there. That's the lettuce I bought. We got one loaf of homemade bread left. We're eating it as fast as I make it. And I pulled some of the rest of the lunch meat out of the freezer. That's the end of it. Down here in the drawer is some of the stuff we obviously bought. That's the end of my bacon bits. We bought those carrots and that cheese we've already gotten into. Oh, someone stuck one of the hams down here. That's half gone already. Finishing up that cheese, one more little cilantro and a little baked potatoes. Down in the freezer drawer, I do have one bag of tilapia left, a few chicken thighs, or half a bag of chicken thighs. That's some frozen bananas and peppers. And then I brought in all of the spinach from the outside freezer because we cooked it once and then I kept the leftovers in here. So there's a little pepperoni back there and cauliflower. These are my chicken broth and beans that I cooked up that I store in the freezer because I don't know how to can, but it works for me. Here's my pantry. I obviously added that ketchup. There's a little bit of raisins here. I think they forgot about those. One maple syrup left, one ranch dressing, the honey I bought. That's the end of our last pretzel. We found one way up high in our garage on a shelf. So anyway, that's the end of that. Here's the peanut butter we bought. Everything else is looking empty or the same. And then down here, we have 2 applesauce left. That's all our baking goods, like white flour, white sugar, the things the kids love to bake with. It's empty. And we have no more whole wheat flour. Oh, I guess I just have that left. Whoop, that left, and that will make 2 more loaves of bread. That's the end of our oatmeal, so there's like 5 or 6 oatmeal there. I still have a whole coconut oil, so that's good. And we have some onions left. Okay, folks, here's my outside freezer with the squeaky door. Once again, I got my bag of chicken breasts. Oh, I forgot I had those up there. That's good. Okay, and then it's just pork. Pork, pork, pork. I'm gonna get some baskets. I'm gonna defrost this freezer. Don't worry, to everybody who's worrying, I'm not defrosting my freezer. I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna put baskets in and put the pork together that's left. There's a little banana there, a little more pork, a little corn, and these are for Noelle's birthday, and then 1 bag of frozen fruit. A little more chicken legs, a little more pork, and then a little more pork. This is the door, and it's just a little bit of stuff, and my sock. Okay, I think I already said I put my groceries away already. This was just about completely empty, and we will empty it out, I think, really well. Down here, whoop, we just got frozen vegetables only, 1 more bag of mixed fruit, and some more pork. I do have a little ground beef here, and so I'm gonna make use of my non-pork meals for sure. There's some bacon that we'll have for a dinner one night. So I forgot again to show you my garage shelf, but it just has some boxes of noodles left, basically, I think, and there may be 1 pork rind left. Okay, there were a few ways that we got creative this week. So, and I filmed those, so let me show you those too. Today we're using some of your noodle ideas, and we're making pasta salad. So many suggestions for that. So I went to see what I had. I had some pepperoni in the freezer, some mozzarella cheese grated in the freezer, and someone gave me this dressing that we really don't ever use just a few weeks ago. So I thought this would be a great pasta salad mixed with these noodles. So I'll drain them, cool them off, and add all this stuff in for lunch. I'll chop up some of those tomatoes for the kids that like it, but not all of them would eat it with tomatoes. So I'll keep those on the side. Here's the final product. It's actually really good. I used 1.5 pounds of noodles, 1 package of pepperoni kind of chopped up, a lot of mozzarella cheese. If I had a block of cheese, I think it would be better with pieces instead of shredded mozzarella cheese, but this is okay, it worked. And I used half a bottle of this olive oil vinaigrette.
Half a bottle?
And it's good, the kids are actually excited about it, so if it goes over well, and then like I said, I'll put some tomatoes on the side for kids who like that. Otherwise, the ones who don't all like carrots, I think, so that's what they'll be eating for veggies. Yeah, this might go in the rotation. Are you excited, Tori?
Yes.
Are you cold?
Yes.
There it is. I wanted to share another way we've been creative this week. So I forgot actually to put butter on my list my last shopping. I didn't buy butter and we were totally out. And afterward, we thought about running back to the store to get butter. And then we thought, no, we can go a week without butter. I mean, surely we can go a week without butter. And then we kept thinking of all these things we needed butter for, like the grilled cheese we were gonna make and toast, and there was just a lot. It feels, and then I keep making homemade bread and using some of that for dinners. Even a lot of my suggestions for what to do with noodles were with butter, and we didn't have butter. And then one night, all of a sudden, Micah's like, well, I could make butter. And we remembered that he made it a couple months ago for a science project, and it was great. And he used cream, heavy whipping cream. We had a ton of it. And yeah, so he made that again, and then a couple days later, Luka made another batch. So we have had butter, and we had to get creative. But now we can like we're eating this for breakfast with some applesauce and butter on it, and it's really good. It tastes like whipped butter a little bit, and it's yummy. I think it was a good lesson for us all that we can go without. And for one, without the butter, and then for two, sometimes there's ways around it when we think outside the box. So good job, Micah. In fact, Luka's like doing calculations in his head and asked, do you think it's cheaper to make butter from cream or to buy butter? I'm like, we should figure that out, because he's thinking he may want to make butter more often. If it saves us money. Luka's all about saving money. He loves to save money. Noelle, how was that butter? Was it good? Did you eat it all up? Yeah. I am gonna show you a quick recipe of something I'm making that's a very simple dinner for us that we do a lot lately because it's easy since I figured it out. So I shared this one on our Instagram. I've been sharing our dinners every single night on Instagram, and I think I missed one. So let me show you how I do it real quick in case you missed it on Instagram or you forgot and you want to know. Okay, all I did was take a 3-pound, this is gonna steam up a little bit, but I took a 3-pound bag of frozen tilapia. You can use any white fish. And I took those frozen pieces, put them right on baking sheets. I use foil just because I don't like the big mess. Put frozen vegetables on top, and I am cooking it at 400. I did 15 minutes. I kind of stirred it up a little bit, and I'm gonna do probably about 15 more minutes until the fish is done. I sprinkled salt, pepper, dill weed, and I did a little garlic powder too. You can kind of do any seasonings you like on it. Then I'm serving it with some brown rice. I had some in my freezer, because one week when I always make a bunch and put it in my fridge for the week, and one week we didn't eat it in time, so I mean not in time, we weren't eating it fast, so I didn't want it to go bad. I froze it. Pulled that out of the freezer so I don't even have to cook that tonight. And then the secret to making everybody love it in this house is lemon butter sauce. So I did equal parts lemon and butter, and I just heat it up till it's melted together, and we pour that on top. A little bit goes a long way. I did 1 stick of butter and half a cup of lemon juice, but back in the day when I started making this sauce, I did like 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. We're just a much bigger family now, and I may even make a little more than that. So you just put it on the rice and the fish at the end, and it's very good. All of my kids eat that meal really well. It's a great way to feed them fish because it tastes great. Okay, my board has changed a little in the fact that mostly it's just gotten smaller. It is getting a little hard, guys. I will be honest with you, especially breakfast is not hard, right, Belle? Breakfast is not hard. Is like the same things, lunch is hard. Lunch has been hard unless I have bread made. And when I have bread made, which I have most of the time, we're just ending up eating sandwiches a lot. Except that noodle thing worked out really good. I just don't have a lot of time for breakfast or lunch. So I may make some tomato soup this weekend, keep in the fridge, so that's easier. And yeah, I don't have time to make pizzas at lunch. Why do I write it up there? Okay, yeah, we have 3 things left for snack, and we have pork rinds too we could add. Right?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, let me talk about dinners. pork nachos. So we're making, I do have a bag of chips out there on that shelf too. So we're going to make nachos and use pork instead of beef. Well, I'll let you know how that goes. I don't even know. Taco soup, I have 2 pounds of ground beef I found. I have beans in the freezer, and I do have some black beans I can cook. A pork roast will do. We have some carrots left we can throw in with that. Maybe in the crock pot or something. Bacon and eggs. It's late and I'm tired. Okay, and then there's Thai rice and chicken. Those chicken breasts reminded me that I can make that. That's a pretty simple meal. I think I've shared it before. And then we'll make some beans up, like we make them Kenyan style, and pilau, which is also a Kenyan meal. I'm gonna have Solo make maybe those 2 things one night, just because then when we have leftovers, we can use them for lunches. The only thing about them is they're not really keto or trim healthy mama. The beans are trim healthy mama friendly. They're not keto friendly at all, so maybe Solo and I would have something different that night. And then Good Grub is a meal we had this week. It's just a trim healthy mama meal, but I'm gonna make it with pork instead. It's basically ground meat with a lot of cauli rice or broccoli rice in it, and some spices and a little cream and Parmesan cheese, and so it's a pretty easy meal. All of those are fairly simple anyway. So I think the pantry challenge is going well, except like I said, lunches, they've been the hardest. And it's getting to be a lot more pork, which is fine though, because I found some pork that was from the previous pig we had bought. So I'm gonna make sure we're using that. It kind of got buried in the freezer. So that's why I do these challenges, because I wanna make sure things don't get buried for too long. This is a good opportunity to pull out that older pork. It's still not even a year old, but I'll pull that out. We'll use that first. And yeah, so we are eating a little more pork, but we like meat around here, so that's how it's gonna go down. So yeah, I guess that's it. It's going well. Watch our dinners every night on Instagram if you're interested in seeing that. And I will try this next week. I'll try to share a little more of them here for those of you that are not on Instagram, because they haven't been that interesting or different. But this week they'll be a little more interesting and different, and my last week as well. I've been getting so many great suggestions from you guys of things to make, and some of you guys are smart. You guys have all kinds of good ideas. But one person wrote that we should make peanut butter toast with syrup on top, because I mentioned I have that syrup. And I didn't even see it in my pantry there, but I know I still have some left. And my kids were super excited about that one. So I think we're gonna do that for our Saturday morning breakfast. I didn't even write it on the board, but yeah, it sounds like an easy version of pancakes to me. So we with that bread we have in there, we'll put some peanut butter on toast, cut it up and put syrup on it. Yeah, that'll be a good one. We've tried several of your ideas and love them, or we make some version of your ideas. So thank you guys for all of those suggestions. I'll be back here next week with another update, or you can catch me Wednesday with a vlog. Bye.